Tragedy and disappointment seems to be this Orem, Utah man's middle name. Todd Walker survived a crash which killed his birth father and 2 brothers when he was just 2 years old. 10 days before he was to graduate from vocational college as a motorcycle mechanic, he was paralyzed in an accident. He was just 17. Todd could not get a job doing what he loved because he could not test drive the motorcycles. So, he then settled for doing assembly work. Always being very active, even before the accident, he began playing on a wheelchair basketball team and eventually turned his energies to competitive skiing, first with a toboggan, then with a monoski. He then set his sights on making the U.S. disabled ski team in the 2002 Olympics and began to train with a friend in Breckenridge, Colorado. Tragedy struck again when he got a staph infection in 2000, which destroyed his aortic valve. Open heart surgery fixed that problem, but the healing time left no room to train for 2002. After he healed, he moved to Utah, where most of his family lived, and again he did assembly part-time. He started skiing and training for the 2010 Olympics in Park City with the Utah Disabled Ski Team. However, in 2007, he tore his right shoulder out twice, prompting his doctor to tell him, "If it happens again, Todd, you will be in a motorized wheelchair." His dreams of going to the Olympics were over. By the summer of 2010, Todd's heart valve died again, and he underwent a second open heart surgery for another replacement. Because of frequent infections and complications due to his very serious health problems, his doctor felt that he needed to live near family, but be as independent as possible. Immediately, his mother and I started planning to build a completely separate handicapped accessible apartment on our property for him, and spent the next 30 months adding more land to our lot and getting the city permission and waivers to do so. By the summer of 2012, all things were a go for Todd's apartment, and the plans were being drawn up with Todd's input. His many friends had agreed to do much of the labor for little or no cost. The next step was to get the materials, which we, his parents, were going to borrow from the equity in our house and property. But before we could start on Todd's new home, the housing market took a downturn, and the appraisals showed that there was not enough equity in our home and property, and we could not fund the project. Another major disappointment. There's no hope now for us to get the funding, as we're both retired senior citizens. Todd currently rents a little house that's on a commercial property and has to move by August 1st of this year because that house is being torn down. Now here's where you can help. If you can donate just $1 or whatever sum that suits you, and another 70,000 people could do the same, this dream for a deserving young man can be realized, and he will not have to face another huge disappointment again. Thank you for your help.